Hey there friends, thanks for checking in. We're going to do a comparison video today with the Taurus G2c versus the Walther CCP M2. These guns do share some commonalities, but more set them apart. We're going to explore that today. Let's start with the G2c. This has two major advantages right away. The first is the price. I paid $200, and that's an average street price for the G2c. It's definitely a budget gun, and you get a lot of gun for the money. Also, it comes with two 12-round magazines. So that's not bad for a budget gun. The magazine does have an extension there that allows 3-finger contact on the grip. Now the CCP M2, the average street price goes right around $380. It's $180 more than the G2c. We'll have to decide if it's worth it. It does come with two 8-round magazines. They are single stack, and that also has a lip on the bottom of the magazine that allows for a full 3-finger contact. We're going to explore some of the differences, but before we do that, let's start with what is offered. Here we have a padded hard case with the Walther and everything that you would expect, but it does have additional front posts with some tools there to change those out. So you can change the height of your front sight post if that's what you choose, and it also has a brush for the gas cylinder. Now the Taurus comes with a cardboard box, very basic, not much in there, but it does have the two magazines. We're not going to pull out the paperwork and everything else. I want to talk about the grip on the CCP M2 as well as many of the Walther models. It is so comfortable. It feels great. It's cross-directional texturing is what they call it, and it's just a winner for Walther. They added it just about on every one of their handguns, and people say that this is the most ergonomic gun out there. It's not to say that the G2c is a uncomfortable feeling grip, but it's not the same when you, especially when you hold them side by side. That feels so much more comfortable. So advantage with the Walther there, but we look at the grip, it's actually quite textured, you know, aggressively textured, I should say, and the G2c has more aggressive texturing than the PT-111. Let's take a look at the sights, both 3-dot sights. We can see that the G2c, they stand out a little more, larger and brighter dots. So that's worth considering. The one thing that the Walther has is a striker fire indicator right there, that red dot. That just tells you that the slide has been charged. You fire the gun, you have a uncharged slide, that will go away. You go ahead and charge the gun, and you do have a striker fire indicator. Also has a Cerakoted slide. Okay, nice look to it. Front serration for the press checks. Already talked about the grip, and a 1913 rail for the accessories. It is a gas delayed blowback system. It has a different operating system. We're going to take a look at that in a bit. Now here we have the G2c. We talked about the grip, and it also has an accessory rail. One slot there, accessory rail. It does have a thumb safety, so does the CCP M2. All right, and it does have a bar right there, loaded chamber indicator bar that'll stick up. You might be able to see it through your sights. I guess that's the purpose of that. A matte finish slide, and overall nothing I could say that is a major disadvantage. Let's take a look at the triggers. Here we have a trigger bar safety. It does have restrike capability. The reset is rather short for the follow-up shots, and I would measure the trigger weights between the two. I was checking them out, and they are pretty similar. So here we have the CCP M2, more of a double action pull, and the reset is almost at full position. Not quite. I can still shoot this rather fast, and I think that both the triggers work well for their intended purpose. The Walther has to have that type of trigger mechanism with the gas delayed blowback system, or pretty close. Now I've got 8 rounds here, full magazine, with the CCP M2, and that's weighing in at 25.5 ounces. I've got 8 rounds loaded up. Well, it would help if I drop this mag. So we're looking at 25.5 ounces, and here we're looking at 24 3/4. So not a great difference in weight. with these two guns. Here we have a 3.54 inch barrel with the CCP M2 and a 3.25 inch barrel with the G2c. Here's a look at the grip width and length. Very similar. The CCP is a gas delayed blowback system. The G2c is a standard Browning lock breech system, and so therefore the disassemble is a bit different. The G2c has a very standard and common disassembly process. It's quite easy, and there's your 3.25 inch barrel. Now, Walther improved the CCP with the M2 model. They made it a toolless disassemble. Okay, you're going to pull the trigger, push this down, and move this lever off to the right, and then off comes the slide. Here's your recoil spring, and there's your piston. It's a gas delayed blowback. The advantage to that is that it offers very light recoil and very light charging as well. This spring is not a tight spring at all, so charging the gun is easier. Many seniors like that, many women like that, and it actually does what it says it does. Less recoil and easier charging. Now, the disadvantage to that is that this frame gets very hot. Each company's warranty is very different. The Walther is superior. They have a lifetime warranty. It doesn't matter if it changes owners, and they claim that once they receive the gun, they'll have it shipped back within 48 hours, and that is pretty amazing. And, you know, customer service is a big deal. Now, Taurus, with their new models, have a 1-year limited warranty. So after that, you are on your own. Now, I have a PT-111 at Taurus right now. It's been 3.5 months. I'm yet to receive it. My shooting impressions for each of these have been positive. I can't say I have thousands of rounds through them, but with a variety of ammo, each have performed just fine. If I had to choose one, I would take the Walther CCP M2. I just like the way it feels. I like the way it fires, and the warranty, in my eyes, is a big deal. It's $180 more. If I had the money, I would take the CCP M2. Nobody can argue that for $200, the G2c isn't a worthy choice. For those on a budget, for those who want a stash away gun, this would make a great choice for those purposes. Many people carry them. They feel confident with it, and I cannot say that they're wrong. So each of these are very good guns, but I made my decision. I'm anxious to hear what you think. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.